the unspoken truth is that there are a lot of terrible sports books out there. Slow chronological jogs through mediocre. Yes.
After all these years.
Yes. Slow chronological jogs through mediocre careers, written by jobbing hacks who have, of course, like me. So it's a delight to celebrate proper writing and sport in the same sentence, and over the years it's interesting looking at the previous winners. There are some that have sunk without trace, and some which changed the game. So Fever.
Brian Moore, are we not getting into an era now where you've got to write a confessional or something?
Well, there's a lot of misery memoirs out there, definitely, definitely, and some of which, I mean, the Robert Enke book, which won last year, not something I'd have chosen to read, but a valuable, worthwhile book, you know. People come to Simon Jordan with preconceptions and come to a football book by a rather perma-tanned football chairman with preconceptions. But actually, it's a very self-revelatory book, and a book with in which I think he bleeds into the page. And as a football man, I thought it was very honest. It is obviously fulfills the old joke about the only way to have a small fortune in football is to start with a big one. But actually, I think he hurt Reed. You know, the experience hurt him, and it's an honest book about how a clever man was brought down by the politics and the system of football. So it's quite, in itself, that's a sort of misery memoir. And fans who chant "sack the board" and turn do not understand how much these people hurt. It's not something they can walk away from. You know, I'm a Norwich fan. I've looked in the eyes of Delia and Michael when they were losing, when the team were going down the divisions, and the hurt is palpable. And I think Simon Jordan's book is we just look at these people in the posh seats when we pay to watch football matches, and it's easy to have this unnuanced view. They must be mad. They must be stupid. That's very arrogant to assume that everyone else is incompetent. And I think his book is a useful insight for football fans into that privileged but committed and painful world of owning a football club. My friendship with Delia goes back to a conversation like that, because she said to me once, she said, if I was a real millionaire, because she regards herself as not a real millionaire, if I was a real millionaire in lots of money, I would buy the local paper and install you as editor. And I said, well, I was a bit offended by this, in a sense. So I said, well, if I was a real millionaire, I'd buy the local paper and you could be the cookery writer. And she looked at me briefly and realised that what I was trying to say. We've remained friends. She and her husband have shown great personal kindness at times when my wife and I have needed it. What you see with Delia is exactly who she is. She is. There's no pretense, no artifice, and she and her husband care passionately about the club I care for, and so long may they keep control of it. Do you know, I think about that sometimes. I think I never do the lottery, so I'm unlikely to win it. But I do think about those fabulous sums in the Euro millions. What would you say to Delia? Okay, I've got some money. I'd like to be on the board and invest. And I don't know any happy directors. I don't know any directors who feel it's job done. This is good, this is enjoyable. They are all, that angst that football fans have when the match is so important you don't enjoy it. That's what life is like for football club owners and directors all the time. And as Simon Jordan has established state by talking to him, even when you've lost the money and lost the club, you still have that anxiety. So the answer is no. If I had a lot of money, I'd have a very nice box at Norwich, but I don't think I'd want any more of the club. Thank you. Because people know I'm associated with Norwich, everywhere I go, people wish him well through me.
Yes.
So when I came out of the game late on a Sunday night at Newcastle, trying to get to the train station, approached by two Newcastle fans as I passed a pub, I didn't expect that conversation to go well. I thought that was going to be fairly threatening, you know. So they came up and said, "You're all Mick Dennis. We hope Chris Hughton does well." Same when you talk to Birmingham fans. Same when I went to Spurs. Everybody hopes that Chris Hughton does well. He is universally liked as a decent football person, much admired for his work ethic. He's not a spiv. He doesn't disappear up the golf course if there's a training session to be taken. And so, I think that a decent man at a fine club in a great city, we might just have a good season.